Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with Greg, my husband. You've seen him in some of my vlogs, but today we thought it would be fun to do our top 10 baby girl names and baby boy names that we love but will not be using. So let's get started. I'm gonna let you go first because you are my guest. So
The guest.
So do you want to do boy names first or girl names first?
Let's do boys just because that's the top of my list.
Okay.
Does that work with you?
Yeah, do.
All right. So first on my list is William.
William?
Yeah. I just think it's kind of a classy name. I feel like there's a lot that you can do with it.
Like what? Willie?
You can do Willie when he's growing up, or you can do Billy. You can do Willie again. But I don't know that with our last name that it would necessarily match up.
I feel like it totally goes with our last name.
Do you?
William Hare? Yes.
Yeah, that kind of works.
William Hare. Willie Hare doesn't work.
Well,
You can do William.
When he's a small chap, then yeah, it works.
Well, you already know this one because I've told you this. Okay. So I love the name Landon, but obviously we have a Landon in our family, so we could never use it. But I think it is such a wonderful name. I think it's so cute, and it goes with so many different things. Like, I don't know. I think it's like strong and masculine, but still fun for when he's little.
I have Emma.
I love the name Emma.
So I think Emma is a very, very cute but strong girl's name.
I love it.
You want them to be able to grow up to be their own person.
Yeah.
But you want to give them a name that's good, it's strong, and gives them the ability to be girly at times whenever they want to be girly, or
if they want to be like a tomboy.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever
like
they want to do. Yeah, I feel like
that's cute. I feel like we're really bad at this. We're like so encouraging. It's supposed to be like a competition, and we're like, yeah, good job, good name. This is how it was on our last date night when we went bowling.
You talked a very strong game.
I did.
And then we get there and we're like, oh yeah, you got a strike, and you got a strike.
I was so proud. Okay, so my first girl's name is Camila. This was actually what I thought we were going to name Harper the entire time I was pregnant, until we found out that we were actually having a girl. Which, when did we find out? Like 14 weeks? I think we found out at 13 weeks, but we told the person doing it that we were 14 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we really wanted to know. So, but anyway, Camila is my first name. I would have called her Mila for short, like Mila Kunis, because I think she is beautiful and I am obsessed with her. And I just think that's a really cute name for a little girl, like little baby Mila. But I don't know, like once I realized that, like, oh my gosh, I'm having a little girl, I couldn't picture myself being like, come here, Camila. Like, it just didn't feel right at the time. So even though it was like pretty much my favorite name even before I got pregnant, I'm glad that we went with Harper. She's totally a Harper, and I look at her sometimes and I'm like, could she have been a Camila? And she just couldn't have been at all.
Yeah.
So we did good.
All right, my second boy's name is Connor.
I actually love that name.
Yeah.
Because of Connor Oberst.
I have a descendant who his name was Conrad.
Ooh, I like that too, like Lauren Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad I thought was a good name, but I felt like it was a little dated, so I thought Connor was a much better name. You could call him Connie.
Connie? That's a girl's name.
No, it's not. Connie Mack, the baseball manager.
I don't know who that is.
I think.
But my best friend growing up, her mom's name was Connie. And I wouldn't be able to call my boy Connie because I think it's such a girly name. But I love Connor.
I could call him Connie.
And I love Conrad. Like, I would name the baby Conrad and like call him Connor.
No.
But it's not my pick.
So that's my second boy's name.
I actually really like these. I feel like you might win. I feel like you're winning.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Boy.
So my second boy's name is Emerson.
That's a good name.
I think it's actually a really cool name, but I don't necessarily know. See, I might actually use this if I had a boy. I feel like this is one that would like be in the running because I love it so much. It's like, I don't know, it's just hip and cool, and it's like, who's Emerson? It's like you want to get to know Emerson.
I mean, obviously, I go to Ralph Waldo Emerson when I hear that name. But yeah, I think that's it.
What?
Now I'm maybe being a little dated. That's kind of where my head went to.
I went to Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oh, well, there you go. I think it's a good name. I don't know that I'm necessarily crazy about it.
Well, it's not your pick. I think
Okay.
it's a super great name, and I feel like it's someone you would want to get to know.
All right, my second girl's name is Norah.
Okay.
I just looked at the name and it just jumped out at me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really that difficult of a name, but it kind of also pays homage to your mom as Laura, but Norah.
I'm just gonna, I don't like that name because I think of Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. And I don't know, the actress, what's her name that plays Nora?
Kat Dennings.
Yeah, Kat Dennings. No offense to her. I'm sure she's a lovely person, but I don't like her acting. I don't know. Now I feel like a jerk, so I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
My second girl's name is actually a name, like I have so many girl names that I'm just so in love with, but it's Avery. I think that is just such a beautiful name. It could be a perfect first name or a middle name. And I just think it's so feminine and beautiful. And it's just like, it's just so sweet. I love the name Avery. But we could never use this name because, again, someone in our family's name is Avery. So it'll never happen, but I am just obsessed with that name. I think it is absolutely gorgeous.
My third boy's name is Milo.
Like Milo and Otis?
Mm-hmm. I just think that this is more of like an artistic kind of a name.
I totally agree with that.
A boy named Milo, he could be a really good athlete, but I think more on the artistic. I see him being like a photographer.
He
or
probably
painter,
paints and writes poetry.
Yeah, or anything like that.
Or like does music.
One of the reasons it's on the list is the fact that I wanted to come up with names that allowed our children to kind of do their own thing, and I felt like the name Milo kind of came with too much of a predisposition.
Yeah, it definitely does. So, I think you might win. I think we should stop the competition because I think you've already won. Okay, so it actually kind of fits with what you just had, but I had Oliver. So I think Oliver is a super cute name, but I don't really know why it's not on my like forever list.
I
don't know, like Oliver hair.
I think it's cool that I came up with a name that's, I feel like Oliver is the same way as Milo, where you've kind of got a predisposition for it. I think of an Oliver as like a very successful businessman wearing like a 3-piece suit.
I wouldn't go that far. I was thinking
see.
Like an express model.
I like the name too. I think
it's just too much baggage.
Yeah, I think it falls in the same category as a Milo. My next one is Eleanor. I think the ability to do whatever you want with it, I think that's a strong name. I think you can...
I will give you that. It is a strong name.
Yeah. I think it's a strong name. I think it's a very a dignified name, and I think if you went with Ellie or Elle or anything like that...
I like Ellie and Elle. I do like that. But I wouldn't want to be like Ellen.
No, I wouldn't do Ellen
but
either.
I feel like she would get called Ellen. So my third girl's name is Rose. I actually, before we decided, well, we didn't really know if we were going to have a girl or a boy, obviously, at the beginning. And I really always loved the name Rose for like a middle name. So actually like Avery Rose was the name that I was like obsessed with. I think Rose would be like super cute as a first name too, like Rosie, like little baby Rosie. I think that's super cute for like when they're growing up too. But I am kind of glad, honestly, that we ended up not using it, because even though I think it's such a beautiful name, I feel like it's so popular right now and everyone has like the middle name Rose.
My fourth boy's name is Ellis.
Ellis?
Yeah,
I like that.
I think Ellis is a cool name.
That is a cool name.
I don't hear it too much these days.
It's like Ellis Island.
Yeah, or I won't say that that's something that I thought of, but now that you say it, that's all I'm going to think of. I really don't have any other reason why it's on this list other than it would take a little bit of me saying it over and over to kind of seal the deal as to whether I would want to have a son called Ellis. I just think it's a really cool name, but it's one of those things where you can hear a lot of really cool names, but you also have to put into perspective, this is going to be your child's name.
That's true.
So I don't know.
I actually... Okay, the competition is over. Like, you've already won. Like, that's done. But I feel like I would name my son Ellis. Like, I would put that on our think about list if we had a boy. Like, I like it that much. I think that's such a great name.
I think it's a great name too. It's just one where I would need to kind of wrap my mind around, okay, could I call my son Ellis?
So you've heard it here. We might have an Ellis in the future.
Might. Depends on if I can get my mind wrapped around it.
It's funny that you had an E name and then your last one was an O and then mine was an O, because I have an E name for my next one, and it is Everett.
I like that name, and it almost made my list.
I love the name Everett, but when I think of Everett, I think of like, I don't know, like a lumberjack or someone like in plaid and like, which is totally cool, and I like that, and I think that's why I like it, but that's also why I don't like it. It might be too rugged, I think.
That was the exact same mindset that I was having.
Yeah, I think it's like a little too rugged.
Just a little much, but
I do really like it.
It's a really good name. Fourth girl's name is Bailey.
I love Bailey! I went to school with a Bailey.
I think Bailey is just kind of an adorable name.
It is.
And I think it translates really well as an adult. It's a very fun, outgoing kind of a personality. Something very similar to
bubbly.
You. It's kind of your personality times 10. Like, very approachable, very like
Thanks, babe.
Like your personality.
Like, I could be a Bailey.
Absolutely. Like, it's one of the things that it was a big draw for me, is kind of your personality and how you're very outgoing and you try to put a positive spin on things. I think of Bailey does that. I think Bailey is a very kind of happy kid.
It's definitely a happy name.
What is your
I was not anticipating your list being this good. Like, I really wasn't. So my fourth girl's name is Poppy. And it's kind of like Bailey in the sense that it's like just super happy and like fun and girly. But I feel like for some reason I just can't see myself with a Poppy. I think it's such an adorable name. I don't know. I can't see myself with a Poppy. It's kind of like Camila. It's like Camila was too fancy and Poppy is too fun. It's like I can't. They're just too far on the spectrum for me.
My last boy's name is Archibald. So you could call him Archie or Archibald. I just think it's a very kind of a regal name. But I just think Archibald is a really strong name. It's a very confident name, and you can go by Archibald, and that can be your very serious name, or you can go by Archie, and that's kind of what your friends call you. I think it works either way.
I like Archie because I think of my other show that I watch now.
Riverdale.
Riverdale. And I like it like that. Like I feel like I could get behind that. My last boy's name is Alexander. And I think it's really nice. It makes me think of Arcade Fire. Alexander, my older brother. I don't know if it's that song and like that whole album that just makes me feel like nostalgic, and so the name like I don't know.
There's a lot you can do with that name.
There really is. He could be Alex. He could be Xander, which he couldn't be Xander because we have a Xander in our family. But I like Alexander because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's a very strong name. There's so many things you can do with it. But I don't think I would use it just because I just can't see myself with an Alexander.
Okay, so my last girl's name is Hannah.
Hannah?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
I think it would go well with Harper if you wanted to go HH, and I think that works well. But
so why do you not like it?
There's also just this thing that I can't really describe when I say it. Hannah. I don't know. I don't get the right feeling as when I say Harper.
Yeah.
It's Harper.
Yeah.
I know that's my daughter.
Yeah.
If I say Hannah, I mean, now granted, if we had a daughter and we named her Hannah and I said it, then it's different. But I like the name. I keep trying to come back to it in my mind and trying to convince myself that, hey, maybe now it sounds right. And
you shouldn't have to convince yourself.
I know, but it's a
and
name.
That's why I made the list. So my last girl's name is Charlotte. I think this name is super, super pretty. It reminds me of Charlotte from Sex and the City. She was my absolute favorite. And I just think of someone like really pretty and girly and fun and outgoing. But I just know so many people named Charlotte and so many people that are naming their baby Charlotte that I don't think that it would work for me.
I don't know a whole bunch of people named Charlotte. And
I do.
I don't think that I would have a problem with the name Charlotte. I actually really like that name.
It is a really great name. You like my name. See, okay, the competition is back on because I think I picked some good names too. All right, guys, so let us know in the comments what you think. Did Greg win or did I win? Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed our video. Let us know what you think in the comments, if you liked these names or if you didn't like these names, or if you know someone with these names. I think it's fun to know like if other people are using the names that I'm thinking of. So definitely let us know in the comments, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.